Did you know that 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck? That's a shocking statistic that underscores the critical necessity of effective money management. Let's dive into it, shall we? Money management is much more than just paying your bills on time. It's a holistic approach to understanding where your money comes from, how it's spent, and how you can best allocate it to meet your financial goals. It can mean the difference between a life of financial stability or a life of constant financial stress. Now picture this. You're living from one paycheck to the next, with no room for unexpected expenses. An unexpected medical bill or car repair can send you spiraling into debt. This is the harsh reality for those who mismanage their money. It's a never-ending cycle of catching up, with no end in sight. But the consequences of poor money management don't stop there. When you're living paycheck to paycheck, it becomes nearly impossible to save for emergencies or retirement. This lack of savings can lead to a life fraught with financial insecurity. Imagine reaching your golden years only to find that you don't have enough saved to maintain your standard of living, or imagine facing an emergency situation and not having the funds to cover it. That's a scenario none of us want to be in. Poor money management can also lead to debt accumulation. When you're constantly trying to catch up, it's easy to turn to credit cards or loans to cover expenses, but this only digs a deeper financial hole, one that can be incredibly difficult to climb out of. If you want to avoid being part of this statistic, stay tuned to understand the 10 money mistakes you should never make. Let's embark on this journey to financial freedom, where you're in control of your money, not the other way around. Because at the end of the day, money is a tool, and like any tool, its effectiveness depends on how well you use it. Let's take a quick pause before we delve into the psychology of money mismanagement. If you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment below. Your support helps us create more content like this. Now we've talked about the shocking reality of money mismanagement, but what about the flip side? What does financial freedom look like? It's having the ability to cover your bills, save for emergencies, invest for the future, and still have money left over for enjoyment. It's about understanding your money habits, where you spend, how you save, and what you prioritize. It's about taking control of your money, rather than letting it control you. In our next segment, we'll delve into the psychology behind money mismanagement. Stay tuned as we start to unravel the 10 money mistakes you should never make on this journey to financial freedom. Before we dive into the specific money mistakes, let's take a moment to understand the psychology behind money mismanagement. Why do we make these mistakes? Often it's not due to a lack of knowledge, but due to our attitudes and behaviors around money. These attitudes can be shaped by our upbringing, societal influences, or past experiences with money. For instance, if you grew up in a household where money was always tight, you might have developed a scarcity mindset, leading you to spend money as soon as you have it. Or if you associate money with success and status, you might be tempted to spend beyond your means to maintain a certain lifestyle. Understanding these underlying factors can help us break free from unhealthy money habits and develop a healthier relationship with our finances. Remember, money management isn't just about numbers and calculations, it's also about recognizing and adjusting our behaviors and attitudes towards money. So, take a moment to reflect on your own money attitudes. Are there any unhealthy patterns you need to address? As we move forward and discuss the specific money mistakes, keep these attitudes in mind and consider how they might be influencing your financial decisions. And if you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment below. Your support helps us create more content like this. One major money mistake that people make is not having a budget. Now you might be wondering, what exactly is a budget? Well, consider it your financial roadmap. It's a tool that helps you track your income and expenses, showing you exactly where your money is going. Think of your budget as a game plan. You're the coach and your money is your team. Each dollar has a job, whether it's paying for groceries, covering rent, or saving for that dream vacation. By assigning roles to your income, you ensure that every player is in the right position, working towards your financial goals. A well-crafted budget can help you avoid overspending and save money. It gives you control over your finances and brings clarity to your financial situation. It's like having a clear map in a dense forest. Remember, failing to plan is planning to fail, so always make a budget. Another common mistake is ignoring small expenses. It's easy to dismiss that daily cup of coffee or those bargain bin purchases as insignificant. But let's take a step back. Picture this. You're buying a $4 latte every weekday. That's a small expense, right? But multiply it by 5 days a week, then by 4 weeks a month, and suddenly you're spending $80 a month on coffee alone. That's nearly $1,000 a year. The same concept applies for things like dining out, online shopping, or those random items you pick up at the grocery store. They might seem like small drops in the ocean, but over time, they can create a wave of financial loss. These are the hidden culprits that often derail our budgets without us even noticing. Never underestimate the power of small expenses. They can make or break your budget, so keep an eye on them and make sure they're really worth the cost. A third mistake is not saving for emergencies. Now let's delve into the concept of an emergency fund. Think of it as your financial safety net. It's a stash of money set aside to cover the financial surprises life throws your way. These unexpected events can be stressful and costly. Here's where an emergency fund comes into play. Having an emergency fund provides financial security because it allows you to meet any unexpected expenses without having to rely on credit cards or loans. Imagine your car breaks down, or you have a sudden health issue. Instead of plunging into debt to cover these costs, you can dip into your emergency fund and stay financially stable. An emergency fund is not just about having money, it's about having peace of mind. It's about knowing you can handle whatever financial curveballs life might throw at you. Remember, an emergency fund is not a luxury, but a necessity. The fourth mistake is not investing. Now, why is investing so crucial? Well, investing is like planting a seed today to enjoy the fruits tomorrow. It's about making your money work for you, to grow wealth over time. It's about securing your future financially and creating a passive income stream. Think of it as your money's own little job. Imagine this. A small part of your income consistently invested can grow into a substantial sum over time, thanks to the magic of compound interest. And no, you don't need a fortune to start. Even a tiny acorn can grow into a mighty oak. Many people are intimidated by investing, thinking it's complicated or risky. Yes, there's some risk, but it can be managed with research, advice, and most importantly, starting early and staying consistent. Investing is not just for the rich. Anyone can start investing with a small amount of money. The fifth mistake is not planning for retirement. Think of retirement not as an end, but as a new, exciting chapter of life. To make this chapter comfortable and secure, planning is crucial. Putting off retirement planning can lead to financial stress in what should be your golden years. Imagine, if you will, a snowball. A small snowball, when rolled down a hill, will pick up snow and momentum, becoming larger and faster. This is the power of compounding, the tool that makes retirement savings grow over time. The sooner you start saving, the more time your money has to grow. Consider the options available to you, such as employer-sponsored retirement plans, individual retirement accounts, or even personal savings. Each has its own benefits and tax implications, but the bottom line is this: start now. Investing in your future self is the best gift you can give. Remember, retirement is not an age but a financial number. There are 5 more money mistakes to avoid. Now that we've covered the first half of our list, it's time to dive into the remaining 5 money mistakes you should never make. Each one of these might sound familiar, and that's because they are common pitfalls many of us fall into. But fear not. The first step towards rectifying these mistakes is recognizing them. First up is paying only the minimum on credit cards. It may seem like a quick fix to your monthly budget, but it's a trap. When you pay just the minimum, you're barely scratching the surface of your debt. In fact, most of your payment goes towards the interest, not the principal. Over time, this leads to a vicious cycle of debt that's hard to break free from. Instead, strive to pay more than the minimum, or better yet, pay off your balance in full each month. Next on our list is not having insurance. It's a safety net that can protect you from financial ruin. Whether it's health, car, or home insurance, not having it is a risk. Unexpected events can happen at any time, and without insurance, you could be left footing a hefty bill. So, make sure you're adequately insured. Thirdly, we have the notorious impulse buying. We've all been there. You're out shopping or scrolling online, and you see something you just have to have. But impulse purchases can quickly add up and wreak havoc on your budget. Before you know it, you're in the red. The key is to practice mindful spending. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Can I afford it? If the answer is no, put it back. The fourth mistake is not tracking your spending. Without keeping an eye on where your money is going, it's easy to overspend and find yourself in a financial rut. There are plenty of apps and tools out there that can help you monitor your spending habits. Make use of them and keep your finances in check. Lastly, not setting financial goals is a major mistake. Without clear goals, you're like a ship without a compass, drifting aimlessly in the sea of personal finance. Whether it's saving for a down payment on a house, building an emergency fund, or planning for retirement, having financial goals gives you direction and motivation. Avoiding these mistakes can help you manage your money wisely and achieve financial security. Remember, it's not about perfection, but progression. Each small step you take towards avoiding these money mistakes brings you one step closer to financial freedom. So, start today and watch your financial future transform. So why is it important to avoid these money mistakes, you might ask? Well, let's take a moment to recap what we've learned so far in this video. Firstly, not having a budget is like setting sail on a ship without a map. You might end up somewhere, but it probably won't be where you intended. By planning your financial journey, you can set clear goals and navigate toward them with confidence. Secondly, ignoring small expenses is like ignoring a small leak in your boat. It might not seem like much at first, but over time those small leaks can sink the biggest of ships. By keeping an eye on all your outgoings, you can ensure your financial ship stays afloat. Thirdly, not saving for emergencies is like sailing without a life jacket. You might be fine for a while, but when a storm hits, you'll wish you'd prepared. By setting aside a little each month for unexpected costs, you can weather any financial storm that comes your way. Fourthly, not investing is like anchoring your ship in the harbor. It's safe, but it's not going anywhere. By investing wisely, you can set your financial ship in motion, propelling you towards your goals faster. Fifthly, not planning for retirement is like sailing without a destination. You might enjoy the journey, but eventually, you'll need to dock. By planning for retirement early, you can ensure a safe and comfortable harbor awaits you in your golden years. And finally, the remaining 5 money mistakes we discussed can all lead to financial instability and stress. But by avoiding these mistakes, you can secure your financial future and sail towards a horizon of peace and mind. Remember, managing your money wisely is not about making more, but making the most of what you have. So, avoid these money mistakes and take control of your financial future. Now that we've covered the importance of avoiding money mistakes, let's dive into some practical steps you can take to improve your financial health. Step 1. Create a budget. This is your financial map, guiding you towards your goals. Step 2. Keep track of all expenses, big or small. They're all important and contribute to your financial stability. Step 3. Start an emergency fund. This is your financial life jacket, ready to save you in times of unexpected costs. Step 4. Start investing. Consider this as unmooring your financial ship and setting it in motion towards your destination. And finally, Step 5. Start planning for retirement. This is your end goal, your safe harbor. Remember, these steps are not a one-time thing. They're habits that you should incorporate into your daily life. By doing so, you can avoid common money mistakes and take control of your financial future. Before we wrap up, if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment below. Your support means a lot to us. It helps us to continue creating content that empowers you to take control of your finances. We've covered a lot of ground today, and we hope that these insights help you to avoid common money mistakes. Remember, the journey to financial stability and freedom is not a sprint, but a marathon. It requires patience, discipline, and consistency. And remember, it's never too late to start. If you've made some of these mistakes in the past, that's okay. What matters is what you do from this point forward. Take these lessons to heart, apply them in your life, and witness the transformation in your financial health. Remember, your financial success is in your hands. So, go ahead, chart your course, set sail, and may the winds of financial prosperity be ever in your favor. Until next time, stay smart, stay savvy, and stay financially literate.